I want to ask Abhishek Dutt. The Chief Minister today spoke to the press and he made a very pertinent political point, not referring directly to the allegations that have been made in this letter of recommendation by the LG. But the political point is, he says the Kejriwal government, and everybody knows, over the last 7 years that they've been in power here in Delhi, is known for two things. Number one, health. Number two, education. The health minister, Satyendar Jain, has been incarcerated for the last 2 months. The education minister, Manish Sisodia, he says, Mr. Kejriwal, they are preparing to arrest him. This is to bring down or run down the Aam Aadmi Party Delhi model of government. Abhishek Dutt, respond.
First of all, if the health model is so good, then why did Satyendar Jain ji, Arvind Kejriwal ji, Manish Sisodia ji, and very recently Chief Minister of Punjab are being admitted to private hospital in Delhi and not the Delhi government hospital? An RTI filed by me very clearly says that lakhs and lakhs of money have been spent by these people who have named right now for their medical treatment in private hospitals. So why are they giving a statement that government hospitals are good? Then they should go and admit themselves in government hospitals. Previously, Atishi mentioned 2 points which I want to take it further. 2015, yes, there were complaints against Aam Aadmi Party, but the 2015 Aam Aadmi Party model was very, very different. It was more to do with Swaraj Bill, right to recall, Lokpal. They were talking about public benefit schemes. But now this 2020 Kejriwal ji's model is very, very different. During pandemic, during the Delta wave, when people of Delhi were dying, instead of organizing better health facilities, they formulated the entire liquor policy. And I remember on that particular day, I stood outside Mr. Kejriwal's house and I requested him that in your cabinet note, please include Safai Karamcharis of municipal corporation who are dying on duty to give them 1 crore rupees benefit, which till today has not been given. Their priorities have completely changed. Aam Aadmi Kejriwal, she has all of a sudden thinking about bigger plans. And even with this liquor deal, 40 crore rupees L1 license was given to one gentleman. It was his responsibility to get all the clearances from the airport authority. He failed in getting all the information in all the NOCs. His money was refunded. For the first time in Delhi, liquor shops have been allowed to advertise with LED boards. It was never there. And one more thing I want to tell you.
Okay.
Yes, the sales have gone up. But under what cost? Earlier non-conforming areas, liquor shops were not allowed. In this policy, without discussing with the Excise department and the Delhi Police Department, every ward, 2 liquor shops are being allowed without taking NOC from the concerned department. Now, a tender is given to you. Last point. Let me complete, Zeka. A tender is given to you, after which you scot for a place. I myself is fighting a case against Delhi government excise policy in the entire machinery. There is a liquor shop in Lajpat Nagar 1 C block next to the Gurdwara. 80 meters. And I have to fight it in the Delhi High Court. If Atishi can help me get that liquor shop closed, which is 80 meters from a Gurdwara.
She's back on the broadcast. So let me ask a couple of questions that have been raised, first by RP Singh and then by Abhishek Dutt of the Congress. Atishi, first things first. You are a party that came to power on the plank of fighting against corruption, right? Today, you are being known as a party that has liberalized the excise policy in Delhi. The number of liquor shops has gone up by 40%. In fact, there are complaints, not just from the opposition, but from RWAs as well, that there are liquor shops within close proximity of schools, liquor shops within close proximity of religious places, one that Abhishek was also just outlining. Two, the question that both of them asked about, the person who had the lowest bid, L1, who was refunded 30 or 40 crore rupees because he was not able to get clearances from the other regulatory authorities. The government took it upon itself to refund his money just because that person happens to be close to your party. Can you please explain on both of these?
I can hear you.
Yes, on both of these questions, please. Okay, Atishi, if you can hear me, Uh,
Yes.
yeah, Abhishek Dutt and RP Singh are making this point that your party came to power on the plank of anti-corruption. Today, you are known for liberalizing the excise policy in Delhi. There are alcohol shops that have come up, dime a dozen. Every ward has 2 alcohol shops. There are alcohol shops that have come up next to schools, next to religious places. Please explain.
First of all, Zaka, let us be very clear that Aam Aadmi Party today is the strongest party on the anti-corruption flank, even today. Despite all the efforts by the central government, them unleashing all their agencies against us, be it the CBI, the Enforcement Directorate, the Income Tax Department, the Delhi Police, despite keeping 400 files of the Delhi government in an unconstitutional committee for more than 6 months, not 1 rupee worth of financial corruption they have been able to prove by the Aam Aadmi Party. That is number one. And that is basically what the BJP's problem is. Their problem is that the growing popularity of Arvind Kejriwal for his work on education, for his work on healthcare. Now people all over the country want Aam Aadmi Party to come there. There is growing electoral support for Aam Aadmi Party in different parts of the country. And that is what is causing this vendetta and witch hunt, because Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scared of Arvind Kejriwal. We had said even a few months ago that after Satyendar Jain, Manish Sisodia is going to be arrested. And it's not going to stop here. I'm sure other leaders of Aam Aadmi Party are going to be arrested. Saurabh Bhardwaj may be arrested. I may be arrested. Durgesh Pathak may be arrested. This would come as no surprise to anyone, because this is the kind of vendetta politics that the Prime Minister wants. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi knows that the only challenger for him across the country is Arvind Kejriwal.
Atishi, while it is true, and I acknowledge that yes, Aam Aadmi Party is now expanding its wings beyond Delhi, it's in power in Punjab, maybe you might do well in Himachal and Gujarat, but also just to put it statistically, the BJP is in power in 17 states and you're in power in 2 states. So